All right, so my name is Willow Skidmore, and today I will be presenting about Bellatrix. So I will be covering three categories in this presentation. Number one, some general scientific facts about Bellatrix. Number two, how the star Bellatrix has been viewed in popular culture and what are some of the narratives surrounding that. And then number three, personification, who Bellatrix would be if they were a fictional character and why. So right here, I have a picture of Orion, an artist representation, and right here you can see Bellatrix. Oops, guess I have to remove that annotation. Perfect. All right, so where is Bellatrix located? We see Bellatrix as I said, it's in Orion, in the constellation Orion. It is located on Orion's left shoulder. It looks like the right to us. So if you want to find it in the night sky, if you see the highest star of Orion's belt, then you look up from that at a slight angle to the right, you'll see Bellatrix. It's kind of hard to miss. So some alternate names for Bellatrix include Gamma Orionis, Capella, the Lion, Banjin, and Yajungin, which those two are connected. Two names given the same star by the same people. And then Menkib al-Jawza Asir and Humerus Sinister Gigantus. I hope I pronounced those right. So the Latin is the translation of the Arabic, and that means left shoulder of the giant. So the absolute magnitudes and apparent magnitudes of Bellatrix. And comparing that to the sun. So Bellatrix's absolute magnitude is minus 2.72, and apparent magnitude is 1.59 to 1.62. It's a variable star. Compare that to our sun, the absolute magnitude is 4.83, and the apparent magnitude is minus 26.84, So absolute magnitude is the brightness of a celestial object as it would be seen at 10 parsecs away. Meanwhile, apparent magnitude is the brightness of the object as measured from our Earth. So Bellatrix's star class, his spectral class, is B23, and the sun, III, and the sun's is G2V. So the spectral class refers, let me go back there. The spectral class refers to the temperature of the star and is determined based on how the star would measure on a spectral analysis. In addition, the classification helps to determine where the star falls on an HR diagram, which helps to determine its lifetime, size, color, and other such factors. So where do they fall in the HR diagram? So the red dot that you see is Bellatrix, and then the black dot is the sun. Bellatrix is much bigger than the sun. It's almost 8.6 solar radii. And the lifetime, so Bellatrix is expected to have a full lifespan of at least 35 million years, and is currently about 25 million years old, on its way to becoming supernova. The sun is about 9 billion years old, the sun is estimated to live about 9 billion years and is currently about 4.5 billion years old. The sun will eventually become a white dwarf. So any possibility of life, and what could be done to communicate with them? So for this, obviously, we were wondering, supposing that there is a solar system around Bellatrix, and there is a planet there capable of sustaining life, what could possibly be done to communicate? So the two main communications possibilities I could see would be probably a self-guiding probe that we use to establish a bridge of communication, or some radio waves. As we know, radios are fairly simple to use. One problem with that could be the distance, but I'm sure that could be worked out. And so how would I want our civilization to be seen by life on that planet? Well, preferably as a peaceful world worthy of contact, and also as something that had, as a world that had some form of commonality with them, and as a place where there could be something to be learned on both sides and some give and take there. So, how has Bellatrix been seen by popular culture? Bellatrix has been featured in numerous science fiction and fantasy works, such as Babel 17 by Samuel R. Delany, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, in that there's the character Bellatrix Lestrange. Traditionally, the Lestrange family in the Harry Potter series was named, they were all named after stars. There were a couple of deviations, but not many. It was featured in Planet of the Apes, which is a film written by Rod Serling and Michael Wilson. Rod Serling being famous mostly for the Twilight Zone series, and then in the Blade Runner film, written by Hampton Fancher and David Peoples. To the Wardaman people of Northern Australia, Bellatrix is a part of Orion's ceremonial entourage. It observes a part. So that is where the name, so Bunjin, and Yajungen go together there. So Bunjin is the traditional name of the star, but used in ceremonial purposes, it is Yajungen, which means owl eyes observing a part. So, and then the personification portion, who Bellatrix would be in film and why, or in some sort of character. So for this, I chose Luthien Tinuviel. She was created by J.K. Rowling for numerous works, including The Silmarillion. She had a part in the Lays of Beleriand, and then she had her own book written about her and her love story, because she had a very intense story. She's half elf, half Maya, so she was a type of part of the Sindarin High Elves, but then her mother was one of the Maya, which is essentially an angel. She's extremely powerful. Her voice can charm like anyone. Her hair has magical properties to put people to sleep. She's an incredibly powerful person. She's very fast, as one would expect of an elf. Was supposed to be the most beautiful being in Middle-earth. And then she's a warrior in her own right. She doesn't fight traditionally the way that you would think, with like swords and spears and armor and all that sort of stuff. But she is a warrior to her own right. In her and her lover's story, she ends up doing a lot of the fighting through more of a peaceful resistance style. So I thought that was very cool. So then how are Bellatrix and Luthien alike? Well, so Bellatrix obviously is a gorgeous star. It's a variable star, so it's very twinkly. It's difficult to the fast fits in because it's difficult to pin down, which sorry, lost my train of thought. It's difficult to pin down what the apparent magnitude would be on any given day. In addition, it is a very, very, we're not exactly sure what it will do. It's not going supernova yet, we don't think, but it's very interesting. It's the 25th brightest object in the sky, so it's used in navigation as well. It's one of the 4 main stars used in seatime navigation. Is considered a likely candidate for going supernova, as I said. Reasons that it's powerful and it's a very beautiful object. I also chose Luthien because the name Bellatrix means female warrior, and I just thought Luthien was fitting for that. I mean, she is a warrior, and so, yeah. And here is my, here are all of my attributions, all of the sources that I used. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.